Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 50 Shades of Tay. I'm Taylor Gonzales, and my guest today plays Mia in Pinocchio Unstrung. I'm so excited to be joined by Jessica Balmer. Jessica, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. Your performance was so fun in Pinocchio Unstrung, so I'm very
Thanks.
excited for everybody to see it.
Yeah, me too.
Can you believe we're a week away?
Do you know, I can believe it and I also can't believe it. It feels very surreal. I always feel that in the sort of the lead up to the release of anything, you're going, oh my gosh, we're finally getting to that moment. We're finally getting to that point. And then you're going, is it really here though? Are we sure? So it's amazing.
It's crazy because it felt like so far away for so long, and then now it's like, oh, but it's literally 7 days from now.
Yeah, if we just check calendar, it's in a week's time, basically.
How fun. I'm so excited for you.
Thank
This is
you.
your first time in a Poohniverse film. What
Right.
was the audition process like for you?
So the audition process was I received a self-tape from my agent. I got the script through, I read through everything and did my tape, sent it off. And what was quite funny was when I received the phone call from my agent that I booked the job, I was getting ready to go off to Bulgaria to film A Royal Christmas Manor. And so my brain was like, right, when I land, I've got 4 days to prep Pinocchio. So I'll do this one first. I'll have a little read through as I go in the evenings. And then I remember the plane trip home, just locking in, reading, digesting this whole world. I think I read the script maybe 3 or 4 times before even having a look at any notes and character prep. I just really wanted to digest this whole world and sort of figure out what that vision was. So when I landed and got home, I spent those 4 days and then we were on set and we were filming. And I really love when a process sort of is quite quick and sharp like that because it makes me really kind of go, right, we're making decisions, we're making choices. Here we go. This is Mia. And let's see where we find her on set.
Oh, how fun. You went from a Christmas film into Pinocchio. What
Yeah, I was ticking
opposites?
off the seasons in 2024. I was like, I'd do that and then I'd do that.
An Easter film is next.
Yeah, I'm really hoping like the Easter Bunny pops along, maybe like a little summer vibe one. Then I can just kind of tick off all the different seasons and that would be kind of me done.
Oh my gosh, I would love that. Were you already familiar with the Blood and Honey films before you signed on for this?
Yeah, I was familiar with the world and like the Blood and Honey films, then also the Peter Pan ones. And so when the audition came through, I was like, okay, right, I'm going to do a little bit digging, a little bit of research, so I can really kind of super familiarize myself with their themes and tones and things like that. And so actually being able to be a part of this world is super exciting, because I think what they're doing is really, really fun and obviously taking these super nostalgic characters that we've grown up with and then I guess pardon the pun twisting them into these sort of very malicious people that do horrible things. It's a really kind of fun way I guess to play with like my generation and older generations kind of childhoods, which I think is really fun.
Mhm. Well, now that you're part of this universe, is there a fairy tale creature out there that you would like Mia to come face to face with?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. I mean, I would really love to see her and maybe Tinkerbell do a little bit of a face to face, or her and I would love to see that Pinocchio reunion though. That's what I would really love to see, just to kind of see where all of that goes. But I do think it would be really interesting her and maybe Tinkerbell, or who else is I'm trying to think off the top of my head who else is potentially within the further worlds that we haven't like maybe met yet.
Yeah,
Uh, but yeah, maybe her and Tinkerbell, I'd say.
that would be a really
That would
cool
be kind of
pairing.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
What was your reaction when you got on set and you got to see the Pinocchio animatronic for the very first time?
It was very surreal, very strange. I think a lot of the time when you are performing and acting with something that maybe is going to be edited in later into in post, you're sort of kind of like preparing your imagination, imagining all of those different things that you hope line up with what is eventually kind of on screen and the audiences that see that. But I didn't have to do any of it. It was amazing. I really enjoyed the fact that I could see this doll, I could react to it, that it was moving, Martin and Lewis doing their voices and everything off screen. And it was such a treat. It's such a treat to be able to work so practically like that. I think it's something that filmmaking should maybe do a bit more of
Yeah.
because it for us that are on set and we're in front of the camera, we just get to play and we really get to explore that wholeheartedly and then finding those beautiful little moments that we get to then see in the film.
You get to share a lot of your scenes with Cameron Bell, who plays James. He's so good in this film as well. Can you talk a little bit about getting to work with him?
It was really fab. Cameron, Jack that plays Dudley as well, like the boys, they did such a stellar job. They really did. And I think also the fact that we were moving locations so much, sometimes we were doing night shoots. They just took absolutely everything in their stride. They were really professional. And for me, it just made my job easy because we could just come on set, we could collaborate, we could just play together, we could find that the dynamic again, like between our characters as well, which I think is really important for this narrative. But the boys, they just did such brilliant jobs. And they were also always like there and they were up for everything. And so that really kind of made the energy on set really, really exciting.
I loved the setting, especially of Geppetto's house. Where was that filmed?
Oh God, where was it filmed? It was filmed in Shrewsbury, and the name of the house it escapes me, but it was this gorgeous building. I mean, a building you could completely get lost in, and then you could create a whole other horror movie in of itself as well. But it was filmed in Shrewsbury, and I really loved that period of time. Also, we were all living on set as well, so we'd sort of wrap, and then we go, okay, we're now going to go to bed, and like we wake up on set and go to bed on set. And that building was just phenomenal because they have all of these paintings and the atmosphere of the house. I was talking to one of the sort of like the people that lived in the house, and there's like a corridor that's in the film. I think it's quite early on in the film. That particular corridor was like the haunted corridor. There was vibes around the house, which I think was helpful in kind of adding to the film as well. But the interior of Geppetto's home was incredible. I remember we would just sort of wake up, we go and have breakfast every morning, and you just the sort of the ginormous kind of central gallery part of that house, you'd sort of come out of a room and be like, wow, this beautiful skylight, this interior. I was ready to sort of bed down for 6 months and sort of explore every nook and cranny. I was getting ready to discover a basement. I was getting ready to discover all of these different places. It was a real treat.
It is so cool. Yeah, I loved it. When I saw it, I was like, man, I would love to see that house. But yeah, the fact that there were some creepy aspects to that house and it adds to the film,
Yeah,
just really fun.
it was
Uh,
amazing.
Another co-star of yours is Richard Brake.
Yeah.
I think he's incredible in everything he does. How was it getting to work with such an icon in the genre?
Oh my God, it was such a privilege. Richard is such a wonderful person. He's very kind and caring, which is so jarring when he plays such horrible people on screen. And it really felt as if I could kind of like observe his practice quite a lot. And that really felt just such a gorgeous, gorgeous privilege to have. And I think getting to share those scenes with him, particularly some of the later on ones, trying not to give any spoilers, later on scenes that you will see, some of them maybe the more intense ones, that was just so much fun because we go for a take and then, getting to then have that kind of collaboration with someone of that ilk is just, like I said, such a massive privilege. And I think every single job that I do, I always learn so much from my co-stars, and that's something that I always feel extremely grateful for, that they're giving me a tiny little drop of knowledge or essence that I can kind of then take forward with me. And also, I guess, sharing the screen with people that I've watched
Yeah.
growing up as well, and thinking, God, if I could kind of nip back in time and tell my 8-year-old self or 15-year-old self, hey, you get to work with this person in X many years' time. It's such a wonderful gift.
Yeah. Oh, that is awesome to hear. What was your favorite aspect of Mia's character?
I really love that she is this sort of older sister figure to James, and I guess by extension to Dudley as well, that she is kind of like this guiding light whilst James is going through his grief. And she, again, not giving away too many spoilers, she is also experiencing that grief as well. I think also being that kind of older sister figure to the boys, for her, they are that younger brother figure as well. And I think that's something that is so important to her. I do also love when sort of later on, it's in the trailer, so again, this isn't a spoiler, when she's like, And what? Tell them that what is it? And tell them that a homicidal doll is on the loose. I
Yeah.
love that she's so frank with them that she can kind of ground them as well.
Mhm.
Um, she was such a fun character to play, and also just getting to kind of explore that dynamic and her role within the narrative, I thought was really, really exciting.
Oh. Are you a big horror fan yourself?
I'm gonna preface this now. I'm big
Oh,
wimp,
really? Okay.
huge wimp when it comes to horror films. And the only horror film I have ever watched was Paranormal Activity 2 when I was about 11 at a sleepover, and it freaked me out so much that I was like, nope, absolutely not.
Well,
But what I really love about having made a horror film is now I understand the mechanics behind it, which I
yeah.
think was great and really helpful for my overactive imagination going into watch Pinocchio. I knew I was going to go, oh God, bit squeamish. But I really love that horror as a genre can be something to explore human experience and different themes within horror. And that's something that I think I really gathered and learned whilst making a horror. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll dip my toe in and see how I go. I'll probably have to
Yeah.
watch something broad daylight with a pillow and maybe like a person that's sort of like there with me. But I'm a massive wimp when it comes to horror, just because overactive imagination is not very helpful when you want to go to bed at night and have a good night's sleep.
Oh my gosh. Well, Jessica, I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your day to be here and talk all things Pinocchio Unstrung. Everybody be sure to check it out in theaters July 24th. And it was very nice to meet you. I hope you have
You
a great rest of
too.
your day.
Thank you, you as well.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.